good afternoon. It's Sunday. The sun came out, so I got an urge to pull out the old RC51, my little baby. I don't ride this thing much at all. It's a 2003 with just over 7,000 miles on it, I believe. But this is kind of a story of why this thing still is so dear to my heart. It's uncomfortable, it's hot, but it's old school, and it's the story behind it is, you know, I moved to this country in '99. This bike came out in 2000, and I was intrigued about the history of this bike. There's a series called the World Superbike Series, and the rules for that series back then was if you ran an inline four or four cylinder, the displacement couldn't be above 750cc. But if you ran a twin cylinder, the displacement for the bike could be 1000cc. And Ducati jumped all over that, and they were completely dominating World Superbike. Now the theory behind it was that the inline four had a higher peak horsepower, so technically straighter, more speed in a straight line. But the V-twins, the twin cylinders, had much better acceleration coming out of corners. But anyway, going back to the series, back then, so Ducati was completely dominating the series. Being the big company that they are, didn't like this at all. So they figured, you know what? We're gonna make a bike that beats Ducati at its own game. So Honda goes ahead and builds the RC51 to go against Ducati. And in 2000, in their first year, they do just that. They went on to race in a bunch of other series. It also came over here to the AMAs when Nicky Hayden, the great, also found a lot of success on the bike. He and Miguel Duhamel won the Daytona on RC51s. Valentino and Colin Edwards raced the Suzuka 8-hour in Japan, and as a team they also won. And hence the RC51 got the nickname the Duck Eater. anyway, so when Honda made this bike, it was so against the traditional way of them doing things. You know, the V-twin, very similar to Ducati. There's no rider aids, so it gave this bike, for a Japanese bike, a lot of personality. And now that they've discontinued them, because I don't ever think in my lifetime we'll ever see Honda making a V-twin sport bike. So as much as this bike is so uncomfortable to ride long, and I hardly ever ride it, I don't think I'll ever be getting rid of it, because joined with the history of this bike, of what it was, combined with the history of it being a goal of mine to own this country, there's just something about that V-twin sound that just can't be beat. Anyway, this, not much of this video is a riding video. It was just a quick one explaining my love affair with this bike.